Read The Rising of the Shield Hero Chapter 111, The king I can see is nothing but a fool. After Shadow told us that Itsuki had departed, we get off the boat. After that, we use the carriage and comfortably proceed towards the castle town. There seemed to be an event going on at the gate. I'm about to enter the city when I see something that makes me doubt my eyes. Trash is wearing nothing but his mantle and some pants. He is walking around in a comical manner. The queen is watching from a lavish carriage parked behind him. Welcome back, Iwadni. Queen. Naofumi. Raphatalia tilts her head in confusion at the spectacle. Phiro cranes her head to see better, and Rishia is making troubled arm gestures. By the way, she is still in the penguin suit. What is that? Naofumi. It's the king dancing around in clothes only stupid people can see, of course. Queen. The emperor's new clothes? Clothes only stupid people can see? The person wearing them looks quite stupid already. Right now I am experiencing two spectacles. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to see a man dancing around half naked, or a man dancing around in stupid clothing. Well, it doesn't really matter to me. Is something weird? Phiro. Phiro seems puzzled. Ah. Phiro is also an idiot. Perhaps she can actually see all his clothes. TL, Emperor's New Clothes fairy tale reference. That person is naked, is there a party? Phiro. Or not? I occasionally treat Phiro like a child, or a bird-brained fool. However, I realize that she can sometimes be surprisingly sharp. I dread asking, but why? Naofumi. Are you asking because you can see the clothes? Queen. Which is it? My head hurts. Is he wearing them or not? Wisdomless darling, where do you think you are going? Queen. Gunununu, Trash. The queen watches over Trash with a sadistic expression. Trash notices me and starts staring at me as if I was the boyfriend his daughter suddenly brought home. But if he tries to do anything to me, he will only be punished further. Why is it? For some reason, I am starting to pity the man. Perhaps I just question the queen's punishment methods. I approach Trash and ask. Trash, why must you follow all of the quiescent's orders? Naofumi. You bastard dash. Trash. Trash looks like he is about to lash out, but then he senses the queen's stares and calms down. Please talk with the shield. Queen. Goo, Trash. The queen orders Trash around. I really wonder why he is obligated to obey. Is he in love? Nah, love should wither after 100 years. TL, he's saying they've been married a long time. Do you want me to raise your punishment? Queen. If you will. Naofumi. Goo. I will listen to my wife, but definitely not you. Trash. Exactly. I want to see you suffer. Queen. Is this the queen's fetish? Could she simply be a sadist? Does that make Trash a masochist? The world of fetishes is quite wide. I won't pursue this matter any further. But seriously, why? Naofumi. You'll never understand. Trash. And Trash runs off by himself. I can't understand him, but he probably has his own reasons. The people of the town watch Trash leave with troubled expressions. This country is done for, isn't it? In multiple ways. That person understands that he is at fault. But his emotions do not allow him to forgive you. Queen. Sigh, Naofumi. Is this something that only his wife can understand? But for the king of a country to act like that. I can understand it if no one is watching, but to run off down the central shopping district. I'm surprised the queen is able to understand this person. What does she see in him? Iwadni, please go ahead to the castle. I still have many things I must prepare. Queen. Understood. Wait, you're not making another set of clothes only idiots can see, are you? Naofumi. I wonder. Well, it's something I had ordered before you set out to Kalmyra. Queen. Understood, Naofumi. In a few hours. I was lead in front of the throne. It seems that Motoyasu's party has just arrived here. They took their time. I wonder what happened. I've been expecting you. Queen. The queen says whilst looking at Bitch. Trash is absent. But if he were here, he would just complicate things more. Now then, how did you find Kalmyra? Queen. Couldn't you have just invited all 4 heroes to ask? Naofumi. That is a plan for another day. Queen. I think Itsuki and Ren were invited to come in a week's time. Queen, isn't it cruel to leave the king in such a state? Motoyasu. Motoyasu asks the queen with a slightly worried face. So he saw the spectacle as well. That might be the reason they are so late. That is the severity of the crimes my husband committed, Kitamura. Even if you are a hero, this is not a matter you should interfere with. Queen. But still Motoyasu. And there was a reason for that festival. We must somehow reclaim the valuable funds that father-daughter combo frivolously spent. Queen. Motoyasu. Kitamura, please continue to oversee Bitch's punishment as well. Queen. Moth Queen. I was only doing what was necessary for the sake of the world. Bitch. Bitch realizes that parental sympathy will not come. She tries to use logic. But the bills came for expensive accessories, precious metals, clothes, a luxury rental estate and several visits to numerous expensive nightclubs. Is that what you call the sake of the world? Queen. So the queen was tracking Bitch's spending. Also that women seems to be ridiculously loose with money. I would have fired her on the spot. Also, you also attempted to attack Iwatani during the personnel exchange. For that, the length of your sentence is increased. Queen. You can't. Bitch. If you are traveling with Bitch, you must shoulder her debt to some extent. Queen. Motoyasu. Motoyasu looks angry. His fists are clenched. How has he been handling Bitch's spending before? I will transfer some of her debt to Kitamura. Please be prepared to receive reduced rewards from missions for a while. Queen. Fine. But if I pay off the debt, then let her go. Change her name back as well. Motoyasu. It seems Motoyasu is misunderstanding something. This and that are separate matters. Unless she puts an honest effort towards saving the world, she will not regain her freedom. Queen. Aren't you being too cold? Motoyasu. For a princess of a country to frame a hero, and try to assassinate her sister, this punishment is still too light. Does Kitamura wish for something more severe? Queen. If this continues, Bitch's punishment will only increase. Motoyasu senses this and stays quiet. Let's turn the conversation back a bit. Queen. The queen raises her arms, and Shadow appears carrying a plate full of looser fruits. Bitch, you said before that Iwatani got drunk and tried to violate you, correct? Queen. Oh, of course. Bitch. That is odd. My report stated that Iwatani was a god of all liquor. That he doesn't get drunk no matter what. Queen. Motoyasu's face turns blue at the sight of the looser. Will this act truly prove my innocence? But where the hell did you get information on my alcohol constitution? Doesn't get drunk? What are you saying? That was just a trick to make a fool out of Motoyasu. Bitch. Then have a bite. Queen. Shadow presents the looser fruit to Bitch. Why must I eat it? Bitch. There's no choice. Iwatani, please test the looser fruit. Queen. If you'll let me eat it. Naofumi. This fruit is slowly becoming my favorite food. However, it is quite expensive, so I don't think I will be able to eat it often. I eat the looser fruit presented to me. Yep, this thing is delicious. You. Everyone. Shadow, and everyone else in the room stares at me with their mouths open in amazement. Is it that deadly? Now then, please eat one as well. Queen. The one you gave him just now was definitely fake. Bitch. Fine. Iwatani, only eat half of it this time. Queen. Yes sir. Naofumi. The thought of having an indirect kiss with Bitch sickens me. But if I follow the queen's orders, I will be able to see something nice. I bite off half of the looser and give it back to Shadow. Ah, Raphatalia and Phiro are now making very weird faces. I can't tell Rishia's expression as she is still in the penguin suit, but she seems to be facing a wall and putting her head against it in anguish. Is this food really that disgusting? And no. There's no way I'm eating it. There's no dash, bitch. Just eat it already. Queen. Stop it. Motoyasu. Motoyasu steps in front of bitch and reaches toward the loser. Not happening. I approach Motoyasu and look him in the eye. Oh yes, about that matter with Rishia, Naofumi. Why are you bringing that up at this time? Motoyasu. She was deeply impacted by Motoyasu, who is a nicer person than me. She was always watching. From afar. That's right. Broken under the Bao's oppressive regime, she found solace in your kindness. She is now infatuated with you, she wants to monopolize you. She is now waiting for you. Behind every corner, sharpening her knife. Naofumi. TL, if you didn't get it, he is awakening Motoyasu's Yandere trauma. Wa, T. Motoyasu. He. Rishia. Rishia lets out a surprised voice. She is still wearing the suit, so Motoyasu doesn't recognize her. Where could she be watching you from? She might be staring at you even now, Naofumi. Now that I think about it, I can feel a stare. Motoyasu. Motoyasu, you're imagining it. Rishia is definitely here, but I don't think she is staring at you. Is Rishia even a Yandere? As long as she only likes Itsuki, I don't have to be afraid. U, W-A, A.AAA, Motoyasu. Motoyasu is looking around frantically and moaning under his breath. How scared can he be right now? Motoyasu really hates yanderes. I seem to have found a good weakness. I'll try it next time as well. This is even more effective than Firo's groin kicks. Motoyasu. Bitch. Motoyasu has frozen up, and bitch gives an expression of surprise. Now. Queen. Shadow once again advances on bitch with the loser. Why do I have to magoo? Bitch. It was quite a surreal experience. I saw woman one trying her hardest to hold back her laughter. With perfect aim and timing, Shadow had tossed the loser into bitch's mouth as she was speaking. And forced her to eat it. Oh, also we have testimony from the innkeeper that you were seen taking the key to Iwatani's room. That day. I bet you used your authority to silence him, but mine is greater than yours. Queen. The second after the queen says this, bitch's face turns red and she collapses. Bitch. Motoyasu. Motoyasu recovers and catches bitch before she hits the ground. Please take her to the infirmary. She will be fine. Queen. That was a surprisingly satisfying event. Naofumi, you are laughing darkly again. Raphatalia. Sorry, there's no way I can't laugh here. Naofumi. Ahaha, Firo. Firo, why are you laughing? Naofumi. Going with the flow. Firo. You know, Rishia. Rishia waddles over. She seems troubled. She should relax more. There's a mountain of other evidence. For example, let's examine Kitamura's old chain mail. Queen. What are you doing? Motoyasu. I won't do anything. But can you please confirm the inscription on that chain mail? Queen. There's nothing like that. Motoyasu. Every blacksmith puts an inscription, a sort of magical signature on their creations. In this city, it is considered to be a sort of obligation to inscribe them. Queen. Really, Motoyasu? They are usually made so that the Merchants Guild can identify when, where and by whom they were made quite easily. Queen. I didn't realize it. So the items I got from the old man also have inscriptions? By Iwatani's testimony, the chain mail he bought was stolen. So I will just need to verify the inscription on it. Queen. This was a gift that bitch saved up for and gave to me. Motoyasu. Yes, I understand and believe you. But to clear all doubt, let's get it checked up just in case. Queen. Old man. So you are even helping me here. He was the first person to believe me over trash and bitch. If that armor is proven to have been honestly bought by bitch, then there is no problem, but otherwise, Queen. There's no doubt about it. I already know the results. Understood, let's check. Motoyasu. This parchment contains the inscription on the chain mail Iwatani purchased earlier. Please. Compare it to the one on your armor. Queen. The queen hands the parchment to Motoyasu. Motoyasu takes out the chain mail and searches for the inscription. When he finds it, his face turns pale. Next up, Naofumi, is this yours? Queen. And she hands me a single set of clothing. It is clothing I wore upon coming to this world. It gives off a nostalgic feeling. It's something I found in a store in Shield-Free Iden. It is Iwatanese, isn't it? Queen. Yes, it's a bit dirty, but there is no doubt. Naofumi. It might be a difference in culture, but this world's fashion is completely different from mine. There's no mistake. It's the cheap set I wore as casual clothes. The pants are even there. The entire set is around 3,000 yen, but it feels so nostalgic that I want to cry. $28.10 USD last I checked. Now that I think about it, was the selling of these clothes the cause of Trash's current stats? Is that why he is currently half naked? I had completely forgotten about them until now. This irritates me for some reason. I should be angrier right now. Not only does he summon me against my will, he frames me and leaves me penniless. I even lose all the items I have on hand. Is this clothing from Naofumi's world? Raphatalia. Yes. I never thought I would get it back. Naofumi. Raphatalia stares at the clothes with interest. I got Raphatalia after I already lost these. It's not unusual that she is curious. I have a lot of better equipment now, so these clothes are not helpful, but they are still important to me. Bitch had probably taken them and sold them. They were unique, so they might have fetched a high price. That's good. We traced the route this item traveled, and found a merchant who admitted to purchasing it from Bitch. Queen. This is a lie. You're just making things up. I won't believe it. Motoyasu. Well, I expected this. Motoyasu desperately shouts out these words and then runs off. What a difficult person. Where does he even plan on going? I told you, didn't I, Kitamura? Please remove this person and take her to the infirmary. Queen. After the queen confirms that all members of the Motoyasu party have left, she shuts the door. Quite a few vicious things were said without any thought given to Motoyasu, Woman 1 or Woman 2. Woman 1 understands, but Woman 2 is on Bitch's side. That party is quite scary. I don't really want to meet them again. Well then, let's leave this matter here and go on to your job. Queen. Did she call Motoyasu's party over just to issue a punishment? I find that fact more funny than the situation itself. You're smiling again. Raphatalia. Haha, Phiro. Please don't laugh. Naofumi. It seems that it will take a long time for my acquired cynicism to go away. Rishia is also letting out a troubled voice. By the way, she was saying. Will the princess be alright? Rishia. Rishia, don't misunderstand. That is not a princess. That is just the in-debt adventurer, bitch. Naofumi. Fee, Rishia. Rishia pops out of the penguin costume. She is shaking. It seems her evaluation of me has dropped. It wasn't even that high to begin with. About her debt, the amount she currently owes is 5,000 gold coin. I hope she can work it off during the next wave. Queen. 5,000 gold. That's a lot. Last wave, Motoyasu earned 4,000 silver for his efforts. Paying it off will take a while. Well, what to do next? Should I go to the weapon shop and see what they have? I believe the old man said he would take custom orders. You'll need better swords, claws and armor for the next wave. Perhaps the royal blacksmiths can do something. Please follow me for a second. Queen. Ah, Naofumi. The queen leads us to the warehouse building next to the castle. Read The Rising of the Shield Hero Chapter 112, Warehouse. At the warehouse that stinks of a dusty castle. It seems the equipments for the knight's order is kept here. A place where excellent equipment is located in a RPG. I will confirm it one by one. Wow, most of these are expensive all-purpose equipments, but they have strict requirements. Queen, the demands of Iwatani-sama were not finished yet, I apologize. The swords that are lined up here are already better than the magic silver sword that Raphtalia was using. The problem is that the offensive power of the Karma Rabbit sword is still higher. It seems quite hard to use. Let's go ask the old man at the weapon shop. I mean, the direction this is heading in isn't bad. Naofumi, don't worry about it. Let's make some compromises. Queen, thank you very much. You can use the materials collected here instead. Next, we are shown the warehouse keeping various materials. The Queen passes me a document that has letters written on parchment. Queen, this is a list. You can make a custom order to a blacksmith master for your orders. Naofumi MHM, I appreciate your cooperation. Material system. Naofumi, may I take a little? Queen, go ahead. I absorb a little bit of each material stored within the castle to unseal new shields. There are a ton of things that are too far down the skill tree, but a lot of excellent ones increased. It would be impossible to unseal all of them before the next wave. Naofumi, afterwards, for the blacksmith, I have a guy that I want to request from. Queen, is that so? If that's how Iwatani-sama wants it. The image of the old man in the weapon shop that took the trouble to make my protective gear and our weapons springs up. He has helped me out in various ways. It feels like I would be returned good with evil if I order equipment or weapons from places besides the old man's weapon shop. Above all, that guy's skill can be trusted. There are a few more problems to deal with before the wave. I just noticed something this place. Naofumi, where did the other heroes go? Queen, I had them go quell a wave in the neighboring countries. Naofumi, come again. That reminds me, there certainly was such a feeling. That waves are happening not just in Melromark, but all over the world. Naofumi, how do they participate? Queen, it is possible to fight the waves of a region by letting your weapon resonate with the hourglass of the dragon's era in their country. Naofumi, wait, that means it's possible to not participate when the wave is happening in Melromark. Queen, yes. That's what it means. Hey! Won't it be bad for you if I found that out? To think she would explain it and point it out naturally. If I knew about this before, I would have already quickly escaped from this country. But I wonder, the situation right now isn't bad, and I will have to fight a wave eventually. I wonder if the hourglass of the dragon is a device that works like a save point in net games. I wanted to know this before. Queen Iwatani-sama? Do you know there are appearances of heroes other than the four holy heroes? Naofumi, come again. That's the first time I've ever heard of such a story. Queen, then shall I explain? The Queen's eyes sparkle. There was a time when I heard about the Queen liking legends, from Melty when we were talking about the legend of the Queen of Philoreals. Queen, there is a legend about the 7-star heroes almost as famous as the legend of the 4 holy heroes. Naofumi, 7-star heroes. Queen, yes, it is a legend of heroes that are chosen by 7 weapons, just like the 4 holy heroes. As many as 7 huh? If all of the other weapons are on a different system, it feels more like a game. In an RPG it would be certain that one of these guys will become a companion in the future. However, in this world, when I hear about guys that use legendary weapons, I think about some people who only make matters worse. Queen, due to the problem in our country created from trash and the 3 heroes church, we had to close our eyes and abandon the power of the 7-star heroes. Naofumi, Queen, the thing is, it is said that the 7-star heroes and the 4 holy heroes are deeply related to each other, they are called supplementary heroes. The Queen continues to talk about legends for a long time. Raphtalia only knew about the 4 holy heroes and listens intently. Phiro is dozing off to the Queen's story. For some reason Rishia seems to already know about it and keep calm. Naofumi, then, just like me, are there as many as 7 other heroes that were summoned? Queen, no. Naofumi, is it something else? Queen, it is common throughout adventurers to yearn to become a 7-star hero. In short, there are those that become heroes by answering the summons, and there are those from this world that can become heroes. Note, for those that read the Christmas side story, so many things just clicked. Someone from this world that can bypass the summoning limitation and become a hero. Is it something from the common sense of this world? Since I am called a hero, some strange person would probably not be chosen. Queen, tentatively, if the hero summoning using a legendary weapon fails, the weapon will be available to look for chosen ones among the commoners. Naofumi, isn't there a feeling of a legendary sword sticking in the ground? Queen, the sword is a weapon of one of the heroes among the 4 holy heroes, I'm certain that it would not be stuck in the ground. Indeed. There will be plenty of those that will want to challenge it. If they are chosen, they get stronger and national aid will be received. There is no reason not to yearn for it. Queen, there are many more heroic epics about the 4 holy heroes around the world. There is a possibility of a 7-star hero appearing whenever a war occurs. Naofumi HOH-. Queen, after the recent wave happened, a majority of the 7-star heroes appeared. Naofumi, was it that much of a crisis? Queen, yes. Well, Iwatani-sama has already encountered one of the 7-star heroes. Already? Naofumi, what? Who? Queen, that is, it's better for you not to know. Naofumi, speak. I am bothered by who? Queen, there is no advantages to finding out. That one is already. Shadow Queen. A cautioning tone could be heard from Shadow. Queen, that is a state secret. If it leaks out, I don't know if it could lead to a war or not. Please. Excuse me. Naofumi, I still want to know. Queen, if that person was as splendid as before, I would have gladly talked about it. Someday, please wait until that time comes to talk. Naofumi, is just the name fine? Queen, the name of that formerly excellent person is Rouge. 20 years ago, he is the 7-star hero of the cane that saved a lot of countries, including this one by facing off against Silt Welt, which at the time was scheming world domination. Naofumi, you're praising that guy very highly. Are you acquainted with this guy? If it was 20 years ago, he must be considerably old. When thinking about my acquaintances, the grandmother, slave trader, and accessory merchant, the latter two are out of the question. The grandmother would be someone to consider. That rampage after her dramatic revival with the medicine. But, I feel it's someone different. Who? I seriously don't know. Queen, it's a story you will hear someday. In other words, the Queen won't tell me. Queen, that person was remarkable back in the day too. She said the same thing about trash with this expression. Naofumi, Rishia, do you know? Rishia, yes. King-sama is the 7-star hero of the Kane-sama. Naofumi. Rishia, right now, it's a fact that thanks to the king the country of Melchromerk exists now. I heard stories from Papa that he was a great person, known as the virtuous king of wisdom. No way, that lump of foolishness called trash has the power of a 7-star hero? Impossible. I couldn't even see a cane on him. What virtuous king of wisdom? They might be mistaking it with foolish king of ignorance. Naofumi, don't say such a funny joke, Rishia. Rishia, it's not a joke though, I think his figure a while ago is surely a plan or something. My mama said that as long as King-sama is hero, Melromerk would be peaceful. Naofumi, therefore your papa and mama become fallen nobles. Rishia Fui. Note, holy shit. Low blow dude. According to what I heard, it might be some famous scheme mentioned in my world. Laying a trap by acting foolish or something. I have a feeling not to carelessly read too deeply into this. No way. This has got to be that. That is the real thing. The real one could be dead, and trash is just inheriting the place. Queen, by the way, it looks like the one wearing the suit recently joined. Naofumi, yeah, she came from Itsuki's place. Queen, I know the circumstances. Was it House Ivy Red? Was there such a name? Incidentally, she is from a fallen noble family. Queen, I remember those local nobles. By all means, I hope that you fulfill the mission of saving the world with Iwatana-sama. Rishia, oh okay. With that, the conversation and getting was done. Looking at the suit Rishia is wearing, it's impossible to tell whether or not she is embarrassed. I mean, to be able to notice that is a human. Naofumi, that reminds me, Rishia, what do you want to do in the future? Rishia, what to do? Naofumi, yet, did you not hear it from Itsuki? The reason why Raphtalia and Fyro are so strong is do an ability within my shield. I am asking whether or not you want to apply it to yourself as well. I explain the power of growth correction. Rishia, there is such a power? Just by raising levels. To be strong. Naofumi, normally you would have been strong, but you are a jack of all trades and master of none. I thought it would be best to apply some protection. Rishia approaches me and leans forward. Naofumi, Rishia, do you want to become strong? Rishia, yes. Note, is it just me, or is this really creepy? A good answer with strong enthusiasm. To answer those feelings, I clearly say. Naofumi then, become my slave. Read The Rising of the Shield Hero Chapter 113, A Way to Become Stronger. Rishia Fui. A loud pathetic voice echoes throughout the warehouse. And Rishia begins to run from me like an escaping rabbit. She is demonstrating her judgment in a strange place. Naofumi, catch her. Bring her back alive. Raphtalia, what is with those strange lines? Naofumi, it's nothing, I just wanted to say that phrase. Phiro, okay. Naofumi, do Danti. Phiro, I'm kidding. Catch her normally. Don't use any power on your feet. Raphtalia, the beak is no good either. Rishia-san will die. Oh shit, my joke may have turned into a tragic disaster. Let's be careful. Phiro catches Rishia and carries her back on her shoulders. Rishia is behaving violently. Rishia, please release me. I want to go back to my hometown. I want to return to Papa and Mama. Itsuki-sama. Naofumi, it was only a joke. Rishia, about making me a slave. Naofumi, that was the truth. Rishia, why would you do that? Naofumi, my shield grants demons or slaves growth correction. This is the biggest bottleneck. The correction ability multiplies with the demon and slave correction. If I use this, Rishia should be remarkably stronger. It would be good if there was something for companions. Naofumi, do you want to try it out and see? Rishia. Naofumi, Rishia, cut your hair a little. Rishia, sure. Rishia cuts her hair with a knife and hands it to me. I let the shield absorb it. Rishia, phew. Nothing happens. As I thought, the companion shield didn't unseal even though I got the hair from a companion. Maybe it's due to my relationship with Rishia not being very deep. Naofumi, anyway, there is no choice other than becoming a demon or a slave. Rishia, demon? I heard there is a secret dark medicine called ghoul powder. Shall I prepare it? Naofumi, won't you die? A companion with an immortal attribute, perhaps it might be strong due to removal of the human limiter. As expected, my conscience would hurt if I made Rishia a zombie. I would like to avoid that. I mean, does Rishia want to become strong to the point where she stops being human? Naofumi, well, you are free to choose Rishia, though you won't really receive any protection. Rishia, but Naofumi, think carefully, what is necessary in order to become strong? You must greedily explore every single possibility. I am only showing you how. Rishia. Full note, come to the dark side. Rishia was lost in thought and was at a loss. It's something you have to deal with yourself. There is no other way. All I can do is supplement here and there. Naofumi, well, since you are already level 68, and considering the speed of level ups, you wouldn't receive that many benefits anyway, so it might not even be needed. But I still think that the growth potential is better than nothing. It would be meaningful to do if we started at low levels. Doesn't this feel like a game? From the start the high-level guys were betrayed and killed. Or their growth was just bad. Queen, logically speaking, would putting someone under Iwatani-sama's care since level 1 be the case for the best growth? The Queen asks me. Naofumi, that's right. However, there is no method to return to level 1. Queen, there is. Naofumi, there is. Such a convenient thing exists. If we could use it, it would be perfect for Rishia. The problem with being level 1 is the amount of time and effort required to grow. Wouldn't it be a problem to have her shoulder such a risk? Queen, yes, originally it was used as punishment to reset the levels of adventurers who commit crimes. The effect of class up disappears simultaneously. Ah, there is such a penalty. Thinking about it carefully, it would be a menace to have high-level adventurer becoming a criminal and threatening nobles. The punishment for those people would be to make all of their effort in vain. That's certainly scary. Naofumi, where is it done? Queen, it can be performed at the Hourglass of the Dragon's Era. Full note, what the hell is that thing? Is it the box from Red Shirts? Naofumi, is that so? Rishia, what do you want? Rishia, what do you mean? Naofumi, I have a method that will help you become strong. I will only compel you to fight for me. You are free to choose your class up. Consider starting over again from level 1. Rishia, okay. Naofumi, let's see. The deadline on whether or not you want to return back to level 1 will be after the coming wave. There is no time now. Due to there being no time, I am concerned for Rishia's life if she would return back to level 1 then. It would be best to at least finish the wave. Naofumi, however, you only need to become a slave, don't run away. There are no restraints. Other than listen to me. Whenever I talk about slavery, Rishia tries to escape. What a troublesome fellow. Naofumi, I will not force you to do anything cruel, I just ask you to fight. Rishia Fui. Naofumi, fine, Rishia, I'm just showing you a method to become stronger. What are you going to do? At my words, Rishia's eyes swim around. Her answer is equivalent to whether or not she will become a slave. Is it Raphtalia? Naofumi, by the way, Queen, would it be possible to apply the same slave crest that you did to bitch? Queen, yes, if that is what Iwatani-sama desires. Naofumi, then that means. Although I will hold the reins, I swear that I won't bind you to do anything. Raphtalia, unless you are being extremely selfish, he will not do anything. I can prove it. Rishia, Raphtalia-san. Phiro Master. Is Phiro being binded? Well, the words of Raphtalia and Phiro that I have brainwashed will probably not reach Rishia. Naofumi, I won't force you. If you hate it, then we'll leave it at that. Think about it until then. The conversation ended here, and I turned to face the queen. We'll let Rishia's matter slide for now, moving on to Trash abandoning the power of being a 7-star hero and staying in this country. I wonder what the reason of doing something like that and not complaining. That reminds me, the queen did say this to Trash before. Fight as a commander at the front line of this country against the wave, or lose your position and become an adventurer. From a different viewpoint, that's telling to fight with the power of the hero of the cane. The bottleneck of this country, its general. In the first place, that manner of speech was as if the whole world recognizes him as a hero. Wouldn't it be impossible to bind a hero? For instance, if Melromark lost the right to Trash, who is a 7-star hero, Melromark would then have to beg Trash to remain. In short, that would mean recruiters coming from every country while Trash continues to stay here. Was that parade meant to get them to leave? However, seeing Trash's attitude, it doesn't seem like he will leave. But why? Unlike me, he is probably not ignorant about this world's common sense. To be made an ice pickle, and a naked king, some thought must have went into it. Does he like the queen that much? He did say a bastard like you wouldn't understand your whole life. Let's change my thinking for a second. There is a possibility that Trash is troubled by the appearance of scouts. In short, he already doesn't want to be a hero anymore. When I look, I don't see a cane in his hands. It could simply be that he doesn't have the will to fight anymore due to old age. Oh well. Let's fix and prepare our equipment for the wave now. Naofumi, I'm going to go and order weapons. Queen, understood. I will entrust it to the weapon shop that Iwatani-sama relies on. Rishia, Naofumi, What's wrong? Rishia has her hand in front of her chest. I can't see her expression, but her voice is full of determination. Rishia, I have decided, please enslave me. Naofumi, are you fine with it? She came to a conclusion quickly. I thought that it would take longer, since it was Rishia. Rishia, yes. I want to become strong. Rishia, you, ku. The ceremony finished without any problems. A high-class slave crest was engraved on Rishia's chest. Just like bitch, after a while it turned invisible and won't be seen again unless invoked. A prohibition list appears in my view. However, I take off all the checked items. And, it was rejected. Apparently, if I remove all the restrictions to activate the slave mark, it doesn't work. I'll just check off a trifling item and be done with it. I'll check down her ability to lie to me. I also thought about the possibility of her doing something like bitch. Or in the case of her being a spy sent by Itsuki. Though those possibilities were mostly gone when she selected to become a slave. Rishia, ha. Naofumi, are you okay? Rishia, yes. I'm fine. Naofumi, I see, then that's good. While thinking that it's wrong, I confirm Rishia's status. Naofumi tsu. Rishia, what's wrong? Naofumi, and nothing, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I was involuntarily at a loss for words. What is this? This is fatally low compared to Raphtalia, Phiro, and I. Although she is level 68, her stats are 1/5 that of Raphtalia's. I understand the reason Itsuki dismissed her as weak. However, I will not abandon her. This is a chance for me to see just what I can do. Are commoners the same? Surely, these stats are the same as Raphtalia's early period. A peculiar trait is that all her stats are around the same. There isn't any weak or strong points. However, due to it being originally low, the feeling now is that everything is lacking. Are you really level 68? If she didn't earnestly accept the strengthening method, it would have truly been dangerous. Naofumi then let's go to the weapon store. Rishia okay. Raphtalia sure. Phiro go. After a long absence, we headed to see the old man at the weapon shop. Read The Rising of the Shield Hero Chapter 114, Meteor Shield. Naofumi yo. Old man, long time to no see. Our carriage was stopped behind the weapon shop, and we entered. Old man oh. If it isn't the lad. I was surprised that you got a bounty a few days after departing. Naofumi guess so, I was in a serious trouble back then. Old man apparently it looks like you were able to prove your innocence. Naofumi yeah, thanks to your help. I felt glad finding out that the old man tried to prove my innocence to the false charges today. It's not just that, he helped me out in various other ways as well. Naofumi thank you. Old man stop it, it's making me itchy. The old man scratches his head in embarrassment. Old man though, I don't think today's parade was a good idea. Naofumi well he's probably like that normally. Old man back in day he was excellent though. Naofumi do you know about it, old man? Old man hero of the cane? Was it back when I was 10 that the king was still active? I was in another country. Naofumi I see. Leaving aside Trash's story, I want to move on to the main topic. Since it's the old man, I should be able to get favorable conditions for weapons without a problem. Naofumi since I obtained the Queen's support, I want to ask you to make weapons and armor for me. Old man oh? A special order? Aren't there other master blacksmiths within the country you can employ? Naofumi I came here with expectations of your weapons. Old man lad. The old man seems to be deeply moved, and is holding his feelings back. Since I bought most of my equipment till now from the old man. There is also a sense of security. Too. Old man then I'll work hard to answer the lad's expectations. What do you want made? Naofumi here is the material list. I show the old man the material list I got from the queen. I don't know whether or not this amount of materials is too much or too little. Naofumi old man, I want you to make weapons and armor that you think are suitable for us from these materials. Old man understood. However, there seems to be some fairly rare materials here. I'm itching to test out my skills. What about the money? Naofumi the country can foot the bill. Old man the lad has gotten a fairly good position. Well it is certainly comfortable. There are materials, tutors, social positions, and money for equipment. If it's like this, there is no reason to not stay here. I will fight against the wave after all. If there is an advantageous environment, I don't want to waste time. I'm a little anxious about it, so I should take some precautions. Naofumi then. I glance at Raphtalia and Phiro. Both of them put their equipment, the Karma Dog Claw, and Karma Rabbit Sword on the counter. I also point at the penguin suit, and put the ores obtained from Kalmyra Island on the counter. Old man you brought a lot lad. Is the missy wearing these like pajamas a companion? Rishia few. Naofumi yeah, that's Rishia. Though she has that appearance, the contents are human. Rishia Naofumi-sama, that explanation is indeed a little. Naofumi can't be helped. You don't want to take off that costume. Does Rishia like it very much? She seems to be wearing it all the time. Her face is always hidden, could it be possible a new fetish came out? Old man let's leave it at that. You brought a strange weapon, this is certainly the perfect weapon for the missy. The old man answers while appraising the Karma Rabbit Sword. It is difficult to use in various ways, but the offensive power is very high. I want to ask the old man's opinion before we customize or replace it. There is also the option of melting and reforging too. Naofumi, the problem is that this thing doesn't have the blood clean coating. Can you do something about it? Old man, to process it at this stage. Its accuracy would decline. Is that fine? Naofumi, I'll be relying on you. Old man, Famu, that's fine, but it might be interesting to try some improvements. Are you going to add some parts like the barbarian's armor? It might be good to ask about it. Old man, you keep brining me interesting requests, lad. Naofumi, I guess. Oh right, old man. Can this child Rishia choose a weapon? Old man, Go ahead, take off the suit and show your hand. Naofumi, Rishia. Rishia, I like swords. Naofumi, I want to leave the rear guard to you though. After looking at her status, I don't really want her to take the front. If she suffers even a scratch, she may just die. Both her defense and agility are low. Worst case scenario, she gets caught up in Fyro's kick and dies. If it's the power of magical attacks, even Rishia may be able to manage to some extent in the rear guard while I protect her. I'll ask whether or not she can use ranged magic later. If she can use it, then she can support Raphtalia and Fyro from the back with magic. Rishia, I can do either. Old man, I appreciate the enthusiasm, but for the time being let me take a look. Rishia, okay. Rishia timidly takes off the suit and extends her hand to the old man. Old man, another beautiful woman. The lad must be happy. Naofumi, happy? You think that I'm anything like Motoyasu? Old man, a blockhead as usual, huh? The young lady's troubles increased again. Raphtalia, yes, seriously. The old man says that and Raphtalia nods in understanding. Old man, Famu, it looks like you have good compatibility with a rapier. If you want to become a rearguard, then one with a defensive blessing will be good. Rishia, I see, can you choose one for me? Naofumi, wait, is there a bow or a spear she can use as well? She doesn't have any power, so I can't really recommend it. Rishia, phew, a bow is no good. Naofumi, is it unpleasant due to Itsuki? Rishia, that's not it, I'm just scared that I will hit somebody. Naofumi, ah, so that's it. Do I have to worry about friendly fire by accident now? It seems her respect for Itsuki is still there. Is he still a hero to her? Naofumi, anyway, how long would it be? Old man, the wave is soon, so a little over a week. I'll do the best that I can within that time frame. Naofumi understood. End. The old man asks about the penguin suit. Old man, how is this done? Can it be disassembled? I mean, who was it that made this? Naofumi, ah, that. Its performance is excellent, but the appearance is bad. A demon dropped it. It's bad, to put it simply. The legendary weapon produced it from the demon's materials. That's about it. These kinds of things are dropped by demons. It makes me realize again that this is a different world. I didn't realize. It's not funny that I didn't realize before. Those guys that knew before are strange. In the first place, how does a porcupine-like animal drop a weapon that has nothing to do with its physique? Old man, don't make such unusual things, though it's clear that its effects are excellent. Naofumi, can you transfer the effect onto something else? Old man, it would be difficult. I'll give it a try from various angles, but don't expect too much. At that time, I'll ask you again since some fine-tuning would be needed. Naofumi, I'll be relying on you. Should I leave the barbarian's armor here? Old man, that's fine, I'll be using it as an experimental basis for the Missy's armor. For Raphtalia. I hope it goes well. Raphtalia, what is it? Naofumi, don't worry about it. A rather unpleasant feeling aches. I don't know if it's a bad premonition. This feels like a reconstruction that will go bad. Rishia, for some reason it feels exciting. The expectations of a fan of stuffed animals. It seems like this will go down a bad direction. For someone like Rishia to excitedly anticipate something, it's quite a flag. At worst, would I have Rishia wear it? Fyro Master, can we go yet? Naofumi, yet, 10 more minutes. Throughout the whole thing, Fyro has been quietly carrying the materials. That reminds me, there are some other materials that I unexpectedly got on the island. Materials not available when I give priority to drops. Drops not obtained when I give priority to materials. It was difficult. Naofumi, oh right, I completely forgot about it. Hey old man, can you show me your shields? Old man, I don't really think you need a shield, right? Ah, is it for the young ladies? Naofumi, it's something else. It's fine to tell you about it. I tell the old man about weapon copy. As expected, he is frowning. Old man, to blatantly say towards me, the shopkeeper, that you are performing a theft. Naofumi, should I do it silently instead? I think it should be a service provided by the country. Old man, well, the other heroes are doing it silently. Can't be helped. It doesn't matter if it's the lad's request. I'll show you my favorite. With that, I copied every shield that the old man had in his shop. I copied various shields, such as the magic silver shield, heavy shield, iron shell shield, magic shield, and so on. Is the iron shield and iron shell shield different? Magic shield seems to be a shield that can convert magical power into a shield. I mean, I have heard it before, but is the shield an item that is considered a weapon after all? It's naturally being sold at a weapon store. I'm not complaining since I am copying the shields one by one. Well, I have consent from the owner. Old man, that should be it. Wait a moment, lad. After saying so, the old man goes to the back of the store. I heard the sound of him going upstairs, and there is a lot of clanking going on. The old man returned after a while. Old man, thanks for waiting. This is a shield that is rare in this country. It's quite boorish. However, the shield that the old man brought also has a strange luster to it. Is the metal used iron? However, there is a strange atmosphere. I appraise and judge it. Iron meteorite shield quality, normal. Naofumi, iron meteorite. Old man, yeah, this shield is made of an unusual ore that fell from the sky. It's a display product of Zelt Bowl. A prototype of the iron meteorite series. Naofumi, I see, Display product? Why do you have it? Old man, it's from back in the day. Naofumi, I wonder why this article is not for sale. Motoyasu was saying that Zeltbol had a good assortment of weapons. Did he touch and copy one? Old man, here, try it. Naofumi, right. I take the iron meteorite shield handed to me by the old man. And I activate weapon copy. Iron meteorite shield 0/20C. Ability unsealed, equipment bonus, skill meteor shield. Proficiency 0. It finally appeared. The shield version of the meteor series those other heroes used. By the way, there are various colors, but that's normal in the status system. Am I now part of the Foolish Four? Well, that depends on its efficiency. I change my shield to the iron meteorite shield. Old man, oh. The old man speaks in surprise. Naofumi, a strange skill appeared, let me try it out. Old man, wah hey. Naofumi, meteor shield. And, I shout. A thin wall of light appears around me. Its effect is 2 meters centering around me. SP consumption is, around 5% of it all. The cooldown time is short, 15 seconds. Based on what I saw, I have a feeling that this is a skill that creates a defense wall. Raphtalia, what kind of skill is it? Naofumi, I think it's a skill that will create a defensive wall. Raphtalia, Raphtalia touches the wall surrounding me, for some reason she slipped right through. Raphtalia, is it something different? Phiro, Rishia and Phiro slip through the same way. Since the meteor skills of those other guys had such high efficiency, I didn't think it would be a garbage skill. Old man, seriously, don't do something strange within the shop, Fub. The old man tries to pass through the wall but gets knocked back. Naofumi, can only party members pass through? Depending on its durability, it is a skill that can work as ranged protection. If I think of its uses, it's quite excellent. And, the effective time is about 5 minutes. While factoring in the cooldown time, this is quite an excellent skill. Old man, good grief, think about it for a little before you do anything, lad. Naofumi, sorry, I wanted you to see it since it is your best. Old man, if you say any more, it will become a complaint. Naofumi, I'll leave it at that for now. Afterwards, I told him about Motoyasu's tempering technique with ore. There is some in the material list, there is a delicate line to align until it's satisfactory. There is fewer compared to other ores. It's possible that Trash wanted to gather it for Motoyasu, but the queen was a step ahead. Since a lot of it is necessary, I need to think of a different way to obtain it. Naofumi, see you later, old man. If you need anything for the weapon shop, just ask the castle with these documents. Old man, I understand, lad. Please wait expectantly. Naofumi, yeah, I'll be relying on you. Thus we left the weapon shop. Read The Rising of the Shield Hero Chapter 115, The Curiosity of the Weapon Shop Owner. The next few days passed without issue. We went out every day to prepare for the wave. Sometimes we would go to the mine and search for rare materials, and other times we would fight monsters to raise our levels. In the mine, I would feed all the gems we acquired into the shield, and we would also eliminate any nearby monsters. For Fyro's legs, it doesn't even take a day to return to the castle. At the castle, I would mix medicines or learn magic. Raphatalia and Rishia are also studying magic under the court magician. For some reason, after the class up, Raphatalia has begun to be able to use magic other than illusion. She has started absorbing new types of magic into her fighting style like a sponge. But even for her, there is not much she can learn in 2 to 3 days. The court mage says that in 2 weeks, she will be able to utilize Drea Fach class magic. I am waiting expectantly. TL, apparently a magic level. If anyone has a better translation of, be my guest. This will be useful in the future. I was unable to save the people of the plagued village on my own, so I am studying medicine. For some reason the medicine shop owner went to the trouble of personally teaching me. This world's medicine is very effective, however only a select few actually studied and sold it. They seemed to make up a sort of apothecary guild. However, the church and apothecaries were constantly fighting over treatment methods, and there are very few skilled people among either of their members. The church is putting its resources towards researching healing magic. This magic can heal extremely severe injuries, however it is not effective on disease. The apothecaries are putting their efforts towards mixing medicine. They are making progress towards eliminating diseases, however are unable to heal severe physical wounds. Both sides have few advanced equipment and skilled individuals, the medicine shop owner complains. I wonder what field I should direct Rishia towards for support. In order to make her stronger, I have a lot to learn. By the way, Fyro is spending her time playing with Melty. The wave will come in 4 days. I go to the weapon shop to check on the old man's progress. Oh, it's you kids. Old man. Are there any new developments? Naofumi. Let's see. The bird girl stopped by with her friend to play. Old man. Friend. He's probably talking about Melty. She's the princess set to take over the country, you know. Wait, for now she is the only princess. He should already know as he saw my wanted poster. And Melty is being too carefree, playing outside after all that stuff happened. You brought some mysterious ingredients, boy. I used the black rabbit materials you gave me to try to reinforce the sword, and it immediately turned white. Old man. Ho dash, Naofumi. I applied a blood-deterring charm to the sword. It's not as effective as the coating, but it should work for your purposes. Old man. Blood-deterring charm? Is it a level below coating? Ah, it somehow gives off a better feeling than before. Naofumi. I sharpened the edge, and put some light enchantments on it. The process went well. Old man. This is incredible. Naofumi. I tried to do the same on the bird girl's claws and it went well. For this one, I used the black dog materials. Wow, Naofumi. For some reason, Fyro's claws have turned white as well. It looks like a curse was lifted from them. I inspect these 2 items. Yuzani sword, quality high, TL, rabbit is USA. Item effects, agility up, magic up, pierce power up, blood deterrent. Inulut claw, quality high, TL, dog is Inu. Item effects, agility up, magic up, pierce power up, blood deterrent. You do good work. Naofumi. Thanks, old man. These weapons have increased in quality considerably. They will be a major asset. I wonder if they already had preset names, or if the old man named them. Yuzani. Inulut. I believe they were the legendary monsters of the islands. I also finished this spear. Old man. Speckle spear. Effects pretty much the same as the others. Who here can wield a spear? Also, where did you get that spear from? Naofumi. From that name, was it made from the penguin ingredients? I thought it was odd, but when I started using some of the remaining ingredients, this was the result. The ingredients almost ran out, it was difficult. Old man. That was unnecessary, Naofumi. Well, I guess there's no harm. Worst comes to worse, I'll give it to Rishia. She's even wearing the penguin suit, it will be quite fitting. This is still under construction. Try giving it to the lady in the costume. Old man. Keep up the good work. Naofumi. Sure. But the problem is the modification of the penguin suit that you ordered, old man. With a sorry face, the old man goes into the back of the shop and pulls out what used to be the penguin suit. Oi! It's slightly different, but it's definitely still a costume. Naofumi. The whole suit has turned white. I think I am going crazy. When the bird girl came over to play, I got inspired to try something, and it turned out like this. Old man. I have a really bad feeling about this. What sort of inspiration was that? Naofumi. What is that? Rishia. Come on, Rishia. Naofumi. Rishia touches the suit. She is shaking. Hey, old man. No matter how you look at it, this is impossible. Naofumi. I also think that it turned out wrong. Old man. The old man looks like he is going to cry. That's right. What was once a penguin suit is now a Philo Real suit. TL, Rishia up, she will get, demon, slave and Philo Real shield bonuses. And no matter how you look at it, Phiro was the model. It is pretty much a Phiro suit. Phiro plushie. Defense up. Agility up, large. Impact resist, small. Wind resistance, large. Darkness resistance, small. HP restoration, weak. Magic amplify, medium. Autonomous repair. Pulling skills increased. Carrying capacity increased. Size correction. Race change monster, when equipped. Both me and the old man avert our eyes from the costume. WA is this imitating Phiro? Phiro. It definitely looks like you. Raphatalia. What a wonderful costume. Rishia. Hey. Don't just equip it by yourself. Naofumi. Rishia immediately puts on the suit. How do I look? Q. Q. There is now a bird form Phiro next to the human form Phiro. Well, compared to the real thing, it is a bit smaller. It's quite a sorry sight. I go and check Rishia's status. Hi. Is this the effect of the shield? What was once 1/5 of Raphatalia's stats is now 1/3. For an equipment to be this effective. The race change also gave her Philo Real shield bonuses. Well, as long as it's effective, I guess it's fine. Yes. Apart from the appearance, it is fine. Naofumi. How cruel. Phiro. Rishia seems happy with the Phiro suit. However, Phiro seems to be protesting. This is all I can do for now. Next time, I'll make some actual equipment for the girl. Old man. How about me? Naofumi. I can make it, but I don't think it will be ready in time for the wave. Old man. I see. Naofumi. Well, with the defense of the shield, my armor has taken very little damage to begin with. I guess I can leave it as it is for now. I'll pop by later. Thank you for your work. Naofumi. Sure. Oh yes, boy. Old man. What is it? Naofumi. I can also make you new shields. Old man. That's right. With these strange ingredients, he can also forge new shields that I have yet to acquire. Feeding materials to the shield will not necessarily guarantee a new shield, it will be more efficient to have the old man forge shields out of the drops. Should I leave some materials from the next wave's boss to the old man? If I run into some interesting materials, I might ask for that. Please wait till then. Naofumi. I'll be waiting, boy. Old man. And as such, we prepared for the wave. I have been using the methods the other heroes gave me to strengthen the shields already in my possession as well. Soul Eater Shield, Awakened, plus 6 and 35/35 SR, TL, Super Rare. Ability Bonus. Equipment Bonus. Skill, Second Shield. Soul Resistance, Medium. Psychological Attack Resist, Small. SP Up. Passive, Soul Eater. SP Recovery, Weak. Drain Effect. Intangibility. Undead Control. Proficiency 67. Enchantment Level 7, SP plus 10%. Bonus against Undead, Defense plus 50. Status Enchant, Endurance plus 30. I am currently raising my proficiency. For some reason, upon strengthening, this shield's stats went higher than the Chimera Viper shield. I guess this is because this is from the boss that came after the Chimera. Its ability's effectiveness also went up with reinforcement. The abilities Drain, Intangibility and Undead Control appeared after awakening the shield. Just as its name implies, intangibility allows me to pass through solid objects. But going through a single wall takes up all of my SP. And that was quite a thin wall at that. I wonder what will happen if I solidify inside a wall. TL, the Wizardry Generation knows. Undead Control allows me to manipulate undead monsters to some extent. I tried using it on some skeletons, but it immediately dried up my SP. I don't think I can use these functions. But by stats alone, my defense is now 4 times what it was when I got back to the castle. Yesterday, I let myself get attacked by all sorts of monsters, and I didn't even feel anything. However, I myself never let damage get through to me to begin with. After leaving the old man's store, I go the castle's courtyard to experiment. Read The Rising of the Shield Hero Chapter 116, Blue Sand Sound. I called Raphatalia, Phiro, and Rishia to test something. I plan studying magic after this, but that can wait. Naofumi, what happened? Raphatalia. I have something to ask of you, Raphatalia, Naofumi. I remove the slave limiter preventing Raphatalia from attacking me. I do this prior to the test because she will suffer due to the slave crest if I don't. I wanted to test the defense on the shield I've upgraded. I gave you permission to hit me. Naofumi. Hi. Raphatalia. Try barehanded first. Don't hold back. Naofumi. I see. Raphatalia. While hesitant, Raphatalia hits my chest with great force. The impact let out a loud sound. But I felt no pain, only a sensation as if bitten by a mosquito. Was this the extent of Raphatalia's fist? How would it turn out if I was struck by a sword? Though it may be foolish, and it would be unpleasant to get wounded, I want to test out how much I can endure. Let's use a sword next, Naofumi. Oh, that. Are you sure? Rishia. Rishia asks fearfully. I understand her feelings. If you look at it from an ordinary person's view, this doesn't look normal. I'm trying to see how much I can withstand, Naofumi. If I can endure one of Raphatalia's attacks, I feel I'd be fine for the moment. I do not know how high my defense is, or if it's better. Here I go, Raphatalia. Raphatalia swings her sword at me without serious intent. I can tell she held back somewhat. A light sound is made as it hits my shoulder. This is hard. Raphatalia. Raphatalia says in a tearful voice as she drops the iron sword in her hand. I did not receive any damage. This is amazing, it's as if my body has become metal. My body is normal meat and flesh when I touch it. Did I gain more muscle since coming to this world? Including LVS, I feel this body has become unsuitable for fighting. Well, I have been involved in a lot of fighting these 4 months. Well, I use more physical strength like in older times where one got around by foot or carriage. Can't even compare to the time when I was a geek. Phiro next. Phiro. Oh, good. Naofumi. Yay. Phiro. I uncheck Phiro's demon crest. I'll know I have great defense if I block one of Phiro's attacks. I want to know. Well then, let's go, Naofumi. Phiro changes into her demon form. She raises her leg high ready to kick. Mississauga Hamis he. Beaky. TL, this is onomatopoeia explained soon. WH, what is The sound of Phiro's powerful leg muscles contracting can be heard. Past experiences can tell me. This is dangerous. Biki, bika biki. TL, more onomatopoeia. It stopped, Naofumi. Yes. Phiro. I ready my shield at once. With a roar, vibrations are felt. A shock runs through my whole body. You trying to kill? I may have been taken back if I didn't prepare myself for this. With a smile I gaze over at Phiro, I can't complain. I felt my eyebrows furrow for a moment. Wow, master is really sturdy, Phiro. What was that kick just now? Naofumi. Well, it's a kick using all the power, can't be used in real battle, Phiro. That was a serious kick from Phiro. She completely didn't take it easy. I use power as if kicking the spear guy, Phiro. I sympathize for Motoyasu, it's his end if he's kicked with this power. I feel like watching that a little also. Want to go flying into the horizon? Phiro. You, think a little more about your actions. Naofumi. No, I'll definitely be killed. Wonder if the kick would send you into the horizon. Or into a different world. If you think of it like an anime. However, I was able to establish the strength of my defense. I was able to prevent all of Phiro's power, which is comparable to glass. I do not know how much stronger, but I can anticipate further effects. Alright. That's not for you to decide, it's for me. Well, I think that's okay. Does this person have some wild perception? That was a little scary, let's go check the items a second time. Well, it's okay. No one was injured, so let's go back for tonight, Naofumi. Rishia. I turn slowly towards Rishia. Rishia. You don't need to do it, you are good. Naofumi. Why, yes, Rishia. I was not damaged by Phiro, or Raphatalia. It would be impossible if Rishia tried. It would be bad to strain oneself. Though it feels like she has frail health, it is a defeat if it minds it. Since the next wave is near. Train you magic for today, Naofumi. You should raise your level in earnest. Though Raphatalia seems to do simulation exercises with the knights. Yes. I understand. I'll go study with Phiro and Mel-chan. Let's go like that. Because she is the princess of this country, it is natural, but Melty tends to only study in the castle. Now that bitch has been deprived of her inheritance rights, what such thing do you need as the next queen? Maybe monarch studies? There was a similar thing in my world. It may be said that she studies every day and make it the utmost proper country. Speaking of Melty, if I find spare time while being taught compounding and magic, I go to my place. Studying with Phiro can also be fun. Let's forget how I complained about being caught up with Phiro while studying a few days ago. Phyro's head is not good, Melty's might also be going bad. Yet. I don't know. Now that I have time to myself, I think I'll strengthen the Wrath Shield for the time being. Wrath Shield, awakened, plus 7 and 50/50ths SR. Ability unsealed. Equipment bonus, skill change shield, attack, Iron Maiden blue topfer. Special effect, Dark Curse burning S, strength up, super, or mighty, Dragon's Rage, roar, frenzy. Of companions. Magic sharing, clothing of anger, medium. Proficiency 0. I seems the shield can't preform item, spirit, and status enchantments. Still its abilities improved tremendously. The problem is, that the moment I switched to this it started trying to take over my consciousness, a fearsome problem. Preparations for the wave are coming along well. The next day. 3 days until the wave. Queen speaking night. What? Naofumi. After lunch a meeting with the Queen was hailed. Preparations are almost done, then just wait for the wave. As is expected, it would be severe to fight against glass with only us. Which is why we gathered the heroes now, but who knows if they'll listen. How are you heroes? How went the waves of other countries? Queen. Heroes, except Iwatani, participated in the wave of other countries between these few days and seem to have let you suppress it safely. Iwatani is alright, it isn't a big problem treating our country exclusively. Queen. I'm anxious to say it's a big problem but, psu. Naofumi. A sound that could break glass is heard from the corner. A big shock shook our heads. The sound was similar to the wave starting, but it was delicately different. Something happened just now. I look around. Although I was transferred to the wave, I didn't go anywhere, I was still in the castle. Hallway. What happened? I don't know, but something just happened that is certain, Naofumi. Call the icon of a red hourglass to check the wave in the corner field of my view. The timer had stopped at 3 days. Next to it another icon appears. A blue hourglass with a 7 engraved into it. Another hourglass has appeared, with a 7 engraved into it, but I don't know what this means. Naofumi. Calling up the help menu, I verify if there are no new items. But it seems information cannot be found. What's going on? 7. The story of the 7-star heroes. I recently heard the story. Could it be? A hero may have been defeated in some wave somewhere. However, these brave heroes participated in other waves, but just in case. I will look into other countries and seek information. The Queen gave instructions to a messenger soldier to gather information. The opening of the case was here. Read The Rising of the Shield Hero Chapter 117, When Game Knowledge Betrays You. Note, all the other heroes' motivations are currently 100% Naofumi's conjecture. Don't get so mad yet. Chapter 117, When Game Knowledge Betrays You. It was only a few hours later that we realized exactly what had happened. A messenger riding a gravely injured dragon flew to us. What is happening? Queen. The Queen shouts with the face of someone who has just failed a mission. We are all gathered in front of the throne. There's big trouble. The seal holding the legendary magical beast, the spirit turtle, has been broken. Messenger. Spirit. Naofumi. Spirit? As in referring to ghosts? The spirit turtle. In my world, I remember it was a sort of legendary beast. He often appeared in games as one of the 4 minor holy beasts. Does this world have some system like that as well? The major 4 are Seiryu, Byakkou, Genbu and Suzaku. The minor 4 are Phoenix, Spirit Turtle, Quillin, and Dragon. Many people think they are the same, but they are slightly different. But from the feeling I am getting from this conversation, this beast is probably Genbu. In mythology, the Spirit Turtle was said to carry Mt. Horai on its back. TL, in Chinese, Mt Penglai. Genbu was a tortoise-like beast with a snake for a tail, and long legs. The Chinese said that Mt. Horai was a legendary mountain in the east inhabited by immortals. Whether it is based on a real location or not is still up for debate. TL, I know others may translate it as tortoise, but by his mythological reference, the beast that carried Horai was definitely a turtle. It was even often described as swimming through the ocean and being mistaken as an island. So I'm pretty sure it is Spirit Turtle, while Genbu is a tortoise. Right. Now, the beast may very well turn out to be Genbu, so I cannot say for sure what to translate it as. It can't be, Queen. The Queen's face has turned pale. That means the situation is really bad. I might get dispatched. In my world, there was something similar, so I can kinda understand, but is the seal breaking something that bad? Naofumi. Yes. Long ago, the beast suddenly came into existence. It's a monster that all 4 summoned. Heroes had to work together to seal. Queen. I see, Naofumi. Did the seal weaken from the wave? Or did the seal just run out naturally? The help menu says that when the hourglass stops, a calamity even bigger than the wave is imminent. And to make it so that the seal never breaks, the 4 heroes of the time never told anyone how. They said it. We do not know how to reseal the beast. Queen. Did it break because of the wave? Naofumi. Unfortunately, that is quite likely. Queen. But that does not explain the 7 that appeared on the hourglass. Naofumi. 7, that number holds many ominous connotations. I hope it just means that the situation has to do with the 7-star heroes. If not, then... messenger. As he speaks, the messenger's face turns blue. What? Do you have some information? Queen. That is, messenger. The messenger averts his eyes from our gaze. What is it? He's staring intently at my feet. Speak up. Naofumi. The truth is, messenger. The messenger began to elaborate on the situation. I was told that the seal was broken by the 4 summoned heroes, the sword, spear, and bow. Messenger. Are you certain? Queen. Yes. They all visited the town it was supposedly sealed in and performed some strange ritual. After investigating the town thoroughly, they destroyed a statue in the shrine. It was only after that that the seal broke. The heroes were last seen heading for the beast. Messenger. The queen looks pale. But based on the messenger's words, this reaction is appropriate. Itsuki. Rishia. Rishia tries to run off to some unforeseen destination. Fyro, please capture Rishia. Naofumi. Yes, Fyro. Fyro chases after Rishia and promptly captures her. Unhand me. I need to go save Itsuki. Rishia. For her to be devoted to this extent. Itsuki sure is lucky. But why would the heroes take such idiotic actions? Why did they even know how to undo the seal? Queen. The heroes other than me should be quite knowledgeable about this world. Naofumi. They probably used the knowledge of the games they used to play to undo the seal. Now that I think about it, Itsuki said some incomprehensible statements before. He told Raphatalia, you will come to rely on me someday, and he told me, this is the last time you can act so conceited. Did the feelings of inferiority he got from those times cause his current actions? The turtle will probably give a lot of EXP and some valuable items. The 3 heroes probably headed there because they became overconfident after defeating the level 80 plus wave bosses of other countries. Again with the game knowledge. They should quit it already. I bet they plan to beat the spirit turtle to one-up me. Even after all of this, they only care about strengthening their own characters. I'll bitch about it to them later. About that, messenger. They unsealed it, correct? So how are they doing in regards to defeating it? Naofumi. The dragon hourglass is still stopped. Those gamers will never pick a fight with an enemy they cannot beat. They should soon be celebrating in a nearby village. There's no food tastier than food on someone else's tab anyways. Well. After heading for the turtle, the heroes are currently missing in action, and the spirit turtle has yet to be stopped. Messenger. What? Naofumi. What the hell? There's no way they would unseal it if there was no chance of winning. Well, that's just my opinion as a hero. I have a bad premonition. There's a possibility that something is impeding them from fighting the spirit turtle. But for a monster so powerful that it could only be sealed to be released into a populated area. This is really, really bad, isn't it? Shadow, what information do you have? Queen. I followed each hero, but, Shadow. Shadow appears next to the queen and whispers into her ear. It doesn't seem to be the Shadow I know that says Gojiru. It seems the situation is, uncertain. Queen. 2 days later. Me and my party had departed with a large squad of knights to a neighboring country to join the fray. We will be the front line of this war. Our job is to make sure the damage caused by the turtle is kept to a minimum. So far, 5 cities, 3 forts and 2 castles have fallen to the beast. The spirit turtle is a gigantic monster, and it is usually surrounded by numerous subordinate monsters. These subordinate monsters are tasked with finishing off all those that flee in the turtle's path. It seems to be headed towards areas with high populations. Will the 7-star heroes be participating as well? Naofumi. We have sent out a request, but currently, we are the closest to the beast. It will take several days for the others to arrive. Queen. If I leave it to the 7 heroes, the sacrifices will be great. This has to do with my duty as a hero. And I don't know if those heroes are strong enough to depend on at this point. Also, if the monster is strong enough to render the other 3 heroes missing, I myself am in quite a bit of trouble. But it doesn't seem that I will be able to run. If I weigh fighting here with being considered a traitor and having the other heroes come after me again, I would rather perish in this battle. I have to do this. The other heroes better have not just unsealed this thing and disappeared to show the queen my lack of worth as a hero. However, I cannot deny that I do lack such worth. The risk is too great, so they probably won't do that, probably. I guess I should act as if the other three are dead. Their game knowledge. The item that allowed them to believe that they understood everything about this world. It finally betrayed them, and caused them to underestimate a terrifying enemy. That is the only explanation I can think of for their failure. Perhaps in their games, it was a different beast that had been sealed away. No matter what happened to the other three, I have no choice but to fight. So how powerful are our current forces? Naofumi. We have this country's knights, our soldiers, various vagrant adventurers and some other armed forces sent from neighboring countries. But some countries have already attempted to confront the turtle and have suffered crushing defeats. Queen. They advanced without waiting for the heroes. Naofumi. There's no way a country can refrain from fighting when a monster is destroying it right before its ruler's eyes. Queen. I see, Naofumi. It may have been rash, but there was no choice for those people but to fight. It's not like I can't understand their feelings. So the only hero you can count on, is me. Naofumi. If I allow even one casualty, my reputation will only get worse. If the other three heroes are the culprits of this calamity, then I, the fourth hero, must step up and act like a hero for once. Acting heroic isn't like me at all. I am up against a monster that can destroy countries overnight, and I am fighting with nothing but a shield. This may seem very reckless. But if I do nothing, nothing will result. I can see it. Queen. The queen calls out from the carriage Phiro is carrying. I'm speechless as I stare at the monstrosity on the horizon. Is that mountain over there moving, or is that my imagination? Naofumi. I'm supposed to fight that? It's far away, so I can't see it clearly, but this is even larger than the largest dragons of the games in which you hunt monsters. TL, probably referring to Monster Hunter, but I don't know. It truly is the size of the turtle said to move an entire country on its shell in my world. There seemed to be the wreckage of a town on top, and the turtle is carrying it all on its mountain-sized back. Queen, in the legend of the heroes that fought this thing, how exactly did they fight it? Naofumi. It seems they got inside of it from the city on its back, and placed a seal on its heart. Queen. So that means we first have to stop that thing, and then get inside of it somehow. No, stopping it will take more forces than we can muster. Do you have a plan? Naofumi. There is one. The turtle seems to be headed for areas with high population. We can estimate its course, evacuate the cities and castles in the way, and set up ambushes to hold it down in those cities. Queen. That isn't all, is it? Naofumi. After that, we plan to follow the legend and send you inside to attack the heart. Queen. Should I try to damage it with Iron Maiden or Bludifer? I had just gotten over the shield's curse, but looking at that thing, I don't think I have a choice. But with that plan, the casualties will be quite great, won't they? Naofumi. If we enter the turtle, he will probably start rampaging. So while we proceed towards the heart, a lot of damage will be done to the forces on the outside. Yes, Queen. Unhand me. I won't fight. The shield. Send the shield. Trash. Naofumi. Trash is sitting in the seat next to the Queen. The Queen is currently performing an iron claw on his face to prevent him from escaping the carriage. This person does not look like he will be of any help. I understand the risk, however there is no other way we know of to rid the world of that monster. Queen. Trash's interjection completely ruined the atmosphere. Why is this person even here? He may be the general, but I feel the army would be better off without this idiot. I guess he is here as the hero of the cane, or the former wise king to increase troop morale. We're done for, in many ways. Naofumi. Meaning? Queen. Well, for one, your husband is done for. Also, that plan will result in too many casualties. Naofumi. It's too risky and too rash. But I can't decide anything unless I can see just how powerful an attack from the beast is firsthand. All I know right now is how many people attacked it and lost. Let me try fighting it as a test. Naofumi. We'll decide our next course of action based on whether I can withstand its attacks or not. Phew, Rishia. Rishia, we are going to go scout out the power of the spirit turtle. Depending on the situation, I am Counting on you to relay the information to the Queen. Naofumi. But I'm, Rishia. I understand your concern. That costume should greatly increase your speed. You don't have to go on the front lines, but please observe the battle and report your findings. Naofumi. This doesn't look like an opponent I can beat with just the power of a hero. And it also doesn't seem to have any intention of backing down. He's as large as a mountain. If I encountered such an enemy in a game, I would run. However, if I ran here, I would only be making more enemies of the shield. I should start off by trying to fight it. Understood. I will help relay the situation. Rishia. I'll also leave magical support to you. Worst comes to worse, we'll have to retreat and wait for the star heroes to arrive. Naofumi. Iwadni, your performance will affect the morale of all of the troops fighting here. Please be careful. Queen. Yes ma'am. Naofumi. We unattach Phiro from the Queen's carriage. Phiro takes us all on her back. Phiro, we'll be fighting that giant thing. Naofumi. Yes. Phiro. Raphatalia, just fight as you always do. As the Queen said, if this doesn't work out, we can always think of another plan. Naofumi. Understood. Raphatalia. Rishia, only think about your own safety. If worse comes to worst, retreat and report the results to the Queen. Naofumi. Why yes. Rishia. I give out orders and prepare for battle. Let's go. Naofumi. Phiro starts running at full speed. We begin our assault on the Spirit Turtle. Read The Rising of the Shield Hero Chapter 118, The Spirit Turtle, Recon Battle. It's much bigger up close. Raphtalia. Before my eyes, the large turtle is getting closer step by step. There is an earthquake every time it takes a step, it is making me stagger. That seems to be the case. Naofumi. We should escape. Rishia. I understand your feelings. Naofumi. It's been about a month since the heroes came and let this out. It is reckless to fight against an opponent that those heroes from before couldn't beat. There is a reason why I can't leave, it can't be helped. Well, let's test something. It should be fine to withdraw immediately if it gets dangerous. That turtle is huge, Phiro. Fui. Itsuki Seimae. Rishia. A swarm of demon bats are coming from the first mountain-like shell. Are these the spirit turtle's familiars? Meteor shield. Naofumi. Immediately the meteor shield I learned expands, and I fall back to Rishia. Hidden reaction. Naofumi. The swarm of spirit turtles' familiars fire rays of light at us from their eyes. Thumping sounds could be heard as the barrier is struck. So they can use long-range attacks. TL gauging agent was the sound in the original. I changed it to thumping since that's what I think of when I imagine a barrier blocking attacks. T. Raphtalia. Teraya. Phiro. Raphatalia and Phiro exit the barrier to attack the spirit turtle's familiars. Gythii. Familiars. The familiars die off as each attack hits. However, they are too numerous. Since this is just reconnaissance, there aren't that many methods to go about things. Taha. Raphtalia. Oryaaa. Phiro. The familiars fall with a gazhu as Raphtalia and Phiro cut them down. It might be good to analyze the fight in case of something surprising. Are you alright? Naofumi. Yeah. But, I think it'll be hard to bring it down. Raphtalia. I see. Naofumi. A thud could be heard, and something falls from the spirit turtle. A gorilla-like demon with a turtle shell on its back is now coming towards us. Zwite aura. Naofumi, TL, in reading some comments on Yorakan's page I found out the author is using a lot of German in special skills. Zwite seems to mean second or tier 2 spells, and Raphtalia is capable of learning Dreafach, or 3rd/tier 3 spells with practice. I apply support magic on Raphtalia and Phiro. Fast guard. Rishia. At the same time, Rishia applied defensive magic on me. That was good judgment. It seems that status and smarts aren't related. Go. Yin Yang Sword, Raphtalia. Raphtalia's sword alternates between black and white glows, as it cuts through the demon. It was split into 2 black and white spheres, they collide and destroy the demons. Is this a certain kill sword attack that kills two birds with one stone? Critical quick, Fyro. Fyro becomes a blur as she quickly flies off towards the enemy and kicks. What is that? The same attack? That's what I thought, but Fyro's speed doesn't fall, and unleashes a flurry of kicks onto the demon. UMMUC, it's an instant version of high quick. Fyro. It's an attack is easy to maintain. That is certainly useful. Phew, fast water shot. Rixia. Rixia slips through the barrier and fires her water magic at the familiars. Yup. They didn't die. But, they have been slowed down. This may be good. Naofumi. Well, there is a large margin between us and familiars of this degree. The problem is the main body. Maybe, the other heroes struggled against the main body. There is also the possibility that they are fighting within the body. Anyway, let's try to fight it. Naofumi. Yes. Rafetalia. Oki, Fyro. Fui. Rixia. And so, the closer we get to the spirit turtle the stronger the demons become, as we arrive in front of the spirit turtle, it recalls all of its familiars. Of course, it's gigantic when seen up close. A village can be made on its face alone. Now, what to do? The turtle turns its gaze towards us. Spirit turtle. It lets out a tremendous roar, I have to cover my ears. This is not a friendly attitude. I activate Meteor Shield again, to repel the familiars as I check the status of the spirit turtle. The turtle moves its foot towards us. That's dangerous. Naofumi. It sends forth a powerful kick. I raise my shield to prepare for the attack at once. With the sound of glass shattering, Meteor Shield is broken. Immediately after, I'm hit by the spirit turtle. The shock goes through my whole body. Gu, Naofumi. I am pushed back a few steps. Na Naofumi-sama. Rafetalia. Master. Fyro. Rafetalia and Fyro managed to get in behind the shield without trouble. Rixia had slipped under my mantle, understanding the situation, letting out a fui. I am fine. Here it comes again. Naofumi. Despite being trampled, it doesn't seem I suffered any damage. The cooldown for Meteor Shield has passed too. Let's try a new approach. Right after that, rain clouds gather in the sky, and the familiars surrounding us are swept away. It's the queen and her guards, they're providing cover fire. It's an attack that, if not timed correctly, would have hit Rafetalia as well. I think it's an attack that can only be fired after I used my Meteor Shield. Alright. You guys, attack it for the time being. Naofumi. It's a problem that I don't understand this monster, but it might be weaker than it looks. 2. Fyro. Fyro lands a powerful kick on the enormous jaw of the spirit turtle. Spirit turtle. The spirit turtle's head was bent back. Waaaa, heavy, Fyro. It's not over yet, Rafetalia. Rafetalia cuts across the limits of the spirit turtle's neck while its head is bent backwards. A crevice was made into the turtle's neck, as the sound of vegetables being cut could be heard. Blood gushed out. However, the cut was shallow, the wound quickly regenerated, and the turtle turned its angry gaze at Fyro and Rafetalia. It's not going to fight, huh? Rafetalia and Fyro have become immensely stronger as well. I'm aware that I got stronger, but is that enough? This is a hard fight to some extent, but it's not an enemy we can't beat. If that's the case, those guys. They could have won, why did they leave? Now, it is impossible to deny the possibility that it could have been left to annoy me. Spirit Turtle. A large magic formation appears before the Spirit Turtle. I have a bad feeling about this. Immediately, Rafetalia and Fyro are forced to the ground. Fyro. What is that? Rafetalia. What happened? Naofumi. I don't know. But my body is stuck to the ground, it's heavy, Rafetalia. That's dangerous. I don't understand, but Rafetalia is in danger. Fui. Rixia. Rixia, who was under my cloak, let out a goofy sound. This girl doesn't have any problems, right? The barrier created by Meteor Shield was vibrating. It's good to see this defended against something. I approach Rafetalia and Fyro to get them into the barrier. Ah, it feels light again, Fyro. They both stand up and approach. From the looks of it, it's safe to say this is gravity magic. However, the spirit turtle's magic wasn't able to break through my magic defense. After confirming that we are not moving, the spirit turtle tries to trample us. You think I'd let you? Shield prison, Naofumi. I use shield prison on top of meteor shield. A large clang sound can be heard, the prison breaks and the foot is blocked by the meteor shield. It seems to be supporting the weight of the spirit turtle for the time being. The barrier starts creaking. It'll break as it is. We're moving, come with me. Naofumi. There is no reason to continue being trampled. Okay. Raphtalia. Okay, Phiro. Phui, I understand, Rishia. After those three understand what is going on, we escape from being trampled by the spirit turtle. With a thud, the spirit turtle raises a cloud of dust. Ah, it seems that meteor shield also prevents the dust cloud. We should be able to endure this for the time being, Naofumi. It shouldn't be able to pinpoint our location within this cloud of dust. Raphtalia. Phiro thinks we should be able to beat it right, but only if its magic is stopped. Phiro. Fumu, that might be a chance to attack but... Naofumi. The area rumbles as familiars drop down. Is it being overly cautious? It seems to be verifying that we were defeated. There's no time. What should we do? Isn't there something we can do? Naofumi. There is. Block the next attack. Raphtalia. Yet. Phiro will put everything into the next attack, Phiro. Can I count on it? Naofumi. We can only attack the turtle's neck. It may be possible to kill it if we attack seriously. I'll leave it to you, Naofumi. Yet, Raphtalia. I take a stance in order for Raphtalia and Phiro to deliver their special moves. Phiro's stance looks familiar. She flaps her wings. The magic power is so condensed that you can see the flow of wind from behind. Whenever you're ready, Raphtalia Oni-chan, Phiro. It's faster than before. Can it now be used in actual combat? Wait a little longer, Raphtalia. Raphtalia's tail begins to puff up. She has condensed a suitable amount of magic also. My preparations are complete. Let's go. Raphtalia. Yet. Phiro. Raphtalia gets on Phiro's back, releasing her magical power. Spiral. Phiro. 8 trigrams. Raphtalia, TL, got any other suggestions? Dust swirls around them, light gathers around Phiro. The light forms into an yin-yang symbol and parts into 8. For some reason Raphtalia's attacks are oriental. Strike. Phiro. Heaven's Sword. Raphtalia, TL also Fate Sword. Karma Sword. Becoming a straight light, Raphtalia and Phiro pierce through the spirit turtle's throat. The spirit turtle's eyes are colored in surprise. No. Because the head is already decapitated, it could not react. The huge neck and body of the spirit turtles was pierced so beautifully, it tore off the head and sent it flying. Fresh blood spewed from the spirit turtle's neck, and rained down. Its huge body falls to the ground with a thud. We did it, Raphtalia. It should be dead since the head is blown off. That was unexpectedly easy. It doesn't appear to be the type of enemy we have to enter the body and seal the heart. Cheers are heard echoing from behind. Phui, Rishia. Phiro touches down on ground with experience, Raphtalia does the same. We did it. Raphtalia. Yeah, you guys did great, Naofumi. If we could hit high-powered moves like these, we'll never lose. It feels like we may have become stronger than the other heroes. That's amazing. Rishia. Rishia, you work hard too, to become like that. Naofumi. Phui. That's impossible. Rishia. It's not impossible. You can do it. Naofumi. That's impossible for me. Rishia. Rishia thinks about tearing the head of the spirit turtle and fervently denies it. I can't train her spirit. Well then, let's have a victory party dash, Naofumi. The sound of something wriggling comes from the direction of the spirit turtle. Everyone notices the sound and turns their sight on to the spirit turtle. The body of the spirit turtle stands up, the meat on its neck starts to wriggle. The body and head regenerate and make it seem as if nothing happened. Wah, Naofumi. What happened? How strong is your regenerative ability? Didn't it just lose its head? Like a hydra. It seems this regeneration ability is related to the reason why those heroes of the past had to seal the heart. Spirit Turtle, that's all he says, nothing. Arg! Naofumi. The Spirit Turtle lets out a roar. No. I see something bright rise from the body through the throat. A shiver runs up my spine. I jump before everyone and use Meteor Shield, along with Shield Prison. Highly concentrated lightning erupts from its mouth. It's like a particle gun you see in anime. Gu, you. Naofumi. Na Naofumi-sama. Rafetalia. Wa. Fyro. Fui. Rishia, she really loves making this noise. The cage is broken, the barrier is also penetrated, the smell of burnt skin passes through my nose. However, with all of this pain passing through my whole body, I can't lose consciousness. That brief moment felt like an eternity. Ha, ha. Naofumi. I feel lightheaded, I see the Spirit Turtle's attack has stopped. This is like the damage I received when using Blue Topfer. No, more than that. I feel some places with deep burns. Master. Fyro. Naofumi-sama, Rafetalia. Hiro-sama, Rishia. Ku, I try to chant recovery magic, but I can't concentrate. At that moment, a warm light pours around me. My wounds heal quickly. However, there isn't enough time to heal completely. White heal. Queen. I use magic I had to learn these past few days, and I block the Spirit Turtle's finishing kick. Good, I can think clearly again. That was probably support magic from the Queen. I was saved. Soul Eater Shield was not enough to endure that attack. Fortunately, that finishing move from the Spirit Turtle needs time to recharge. When I look back, everything that I wasn't guarding vanished, the mountain behind us is missing. Fyro, restore your magical power. Naofumi. Okay. Fyro. I throw Fyro a magic potion I had prepared, she drinks it quickly. Its bubbly tastes like fruit. Fyro. People, call it a carbonated soft drink, Naofumi. Indeed, I think that mana, MP, potions taste like soda without sugar, aka carbonated water, but to sum up my world's drinks in one phrase. As expect of this wild kid, she's quite sharp and unusual. Case. At any rate, with this Fyro is at maximum potential. It looks like attacks from the outside will be impossible. Let's withdraw, Naofumi. While blocking the attacks of the Spirit Turtle, I expand Meteor Shield. I dodge his foot. The earth shakes every time as it raises its foot again to trample us. However, this is our chance. Hi quick, Fyro. Fyro carries us and leaves in haste. Really, it broke through my defense, it'll be impossible to win with a frontal attack against a guy that can even regenerate his head. It looks like we have no choice but to attack the heart. Riding Fyro, we withdraw from the Spirit Turtle. Read The Rising of the Shield Hero Chapter 119, Strategic Countermeasures. As expected, this is quite tough. I have returned to base, and am resting with the rest of my party. I head to the strategy meeting, taking place between the leaders of multiple countries. Ah, the hero of the shield. Someone. Please, save the world. Someone else. I beg you, because of that, our country is, someone else entirely. The faces of the country leaders are quite pale. The situation is quite grim. There will be no hope if I run here. But the difference in their treatment of me now is annoying. Well, these people are from different countries. They may not know about my false crimes. We were watching from the back line. For it to have regeneration power to that extent, Queen. The Queen speaks up with a worried face. Trash. Doesn't seem to be present. But I think he would be a nuisance if he was here, anyways. I thought we had a chance of victory, but I guess we will have to defeat it in accordance with the legend. Naofumi. Yes. But the problem seems to be how to get you onto that giant. Queen. Now that you mention it, I have been seeing dragons flying around for a while. Naofumi. On the way here, I saw many soldiers preparing and riding on dragons. I guess they were making preparations to infiltrate the turtle's insides. Will it be possible? Naofumi. The problem is the monsters that accompany the beast. It will be nearly impossible to break through. A swarm of monsters that dance, and make it to the turtle's back. Queen. Fumu, Naofumi. An impenetrable defense. If it is just my party, we might be able to break through. But we have no idea how to seal the heart. Just to make sure, but you do have personnel capable of putting a seal on the heart. Naofumi. Yes, we have investigated the matter and have found a method we are certain will work. Queen. Is it something that my party will be able to perform? Naofumi. That is, Queen. The Queen stays silent. It seems we will not be able to do it alone. It's not that convenient, I guess. I see, Naofumi. It's something we'll need an entire platoon of magicians to perform. Queen. So we will need to infiltrate the turtle with an entire army, and somehow reach the heart with minimal casualties. Naofumi. Yes, Queen. If only the spell was long range, our lives would be so much easier. So we need to buy enough time for an entire platoon to enter the body. I look at the map on the table. It shows the location of the turtle and nearby cities. It's getting very close. If we don't hurry, more cities will be destroyed. Have you completed the evacuation procedures? Naofumi. That has been difficult. Queen. I see. Naofumi. Just by getting close, this monster causes large-scale earthquakes. The fissures themselves can collapse buildings and block off escape routes. This is very bad. And this monster is proceeding with clear purpose and direction. Now that I think about it, it hasn't shot out that powerful attack yet. What was that large-scale attack that thing released on my party? Naofumi. We are currently investigating it. It has not released one since. Queen. Fumu, Naofumi. It seems that it will take time before he can use such a large-scale attack again. Or that it has yet to find another opponent worthy of firing it at. Regardless, I will have to buy time for the magician army to infiltrate the body. And I need to help evacuate the populace. How far have evacuations progressed? Naofumi. It doesn't seem we will make it before the turtle arrives. Queen. So this event will result in a really large amount of deaths. What should I do? I could try attacking it head-on, while trying to destroy the heart, but there is a possibility that the result will be the same as when we destroyed the head. It might be impossible to kill this monster. Why is it attacking densely populated areas, anyways? Naofumi. This is just from our investigations, but it doesn't seem to be searching for food or resources. Queen. So it isn't trying to sustain itself. So it is attacking of its own will. I can't think of a reason. Moreover, we have observed that it is not heading for the areas with the highest human populations. Queen. What do you mean? Naofumi. It also seems to be heading towards area with the highest monster populations. Queen. So is it like an animal that enjoys going after ants' nests, and that wants to make sure that no bugs build homes on its territory? It's not only attacking humans. A monster like this. I direct my gaze to Phiro, who is resting outside. This Philo Real Queen may be able to attack it head-on and win. Though I don't know exactly how strong either of them are. But I guess I shouldn't try to test that. Will the ground troops be able to somehow board the spirit turtles back? Naofumi. It's taking all of their manpower just to hold back the subordinate monsters. The flying unit may stand a chance, but breaking through the wall of monsters will be difficult. Queen. The plan isn't perfect, but there's no choice. If I stall the lesser monsters and the spirit turtle, will the army be able to get on its back? Naofumi. If I can take on its strongest attack, then stalling might not be impossible. When it was fighting my party and me, I was able to draw its attention, and its advance slowed. Worst comes to worst, I can just stall it until evacuation measures are complete. Though I don't know if I can stand that attack consecutively. Well, I'll need a bit of backline support. Naofumi. Please wait for a second. Queen. The Queen and the leaders from the other countries begin to discuss the plan. How is it? Taking an all-or-nothing chance? Someone. We're acting too fast. If we are to go with that plan, it is better to wait for the 7-star hero's arrival. Leader person. But at this rate, several cities and castles will become sacrifices before they arrive. Person. You're only saying that because your country has yet to face any casualties. This monster needs to be defeated as soon as possible. Another person. This is getting quite heated. Right now, the integrity of the 4 summoned heroes is in question, so I can't really say anything. Of course there are objections, and the counter-arguments are understandable. Such is politics. That's right, if we let that man defeat it, we can reduce the casualties to an absolute minimum. Someone. But he is the cause of this tragedy, is he not? One of the 4 heroes. Person I do not like. Let me ask you, what is a hero? Naofumi. It does not seem I can remain silent for much longer. I am supposed to be the shield hero, the one who will save the world. Even if I don't want to. That is, person I do not like. In response to my question, some people begin stammering out answers. A hero is a strong person who uses his power for just cause. It is someone with courage, Queen. The Queen presents this answer. Good, if this person understands, then we may be able to proceed as planned. Heroes are all about heart. No matter how hopeless the situation, they can never give up. Heroes must possess a will to protect the people. Naofumi. What the hell am I trying to say? Even though I'm the one who said it, I feel disgusted. And anyways, I'm not that good of a person to begin with. But don't these things appeal to everyone? Things like courage, justice, will and heart? If the people stationed here do not have enough power, then I will become their shield and protect them. Naofumi. Hero of the shield, person. It seems I have left an impression on these people. I spoke quite loudly. I bet my voice reached quite a few people outside as well. Hero of the shield. Please forgive our previous words of cowardice. Person I didn't like. Don't mind it. I am used to being hated by the people. Let me take on the hate the people have for the 4 heroes. Naofumi. I hold out my hand to the person who looks like a shogun from another country. So for now, I want all of you to lend me your power. Let's work together and defeat this monster. Naofumi. Yes. Shogun. The shogun-like person firmly grasps my hand and exclaims loudly. How simple. Just as Kakaku. And so the plan to defeat the spirit turtle was finalized. And it seems I raised the morale of the leaders. We'll work together to defeat the monster, and I will fight as a hero of justice. Now to return to topic, let us find a way to reduce the amount of casualties. Queen. The Queen is staring at me with a complicated expression. Well, she knows that I'm not this sort of person. The Queen restarts the meeting. Even though the 7 heroes have yet to arrive, do we have enough soldiers capable of using the sealing spell? Queen. That is. As long as they learn it by the time we are ready, someone. Then do you think they will be able to proceed without issue? The army will be advancing. Regardless of whether they learn it or not. Queen. But to safely reach the heart, we need to, someone. But that will only result in more damage. The best course of action is to seal the beast as fast as possible. Do you think the hero of the shield can hold out until the 7 heroes get here? Queen. The leaders exchange some more words. That's right. The 3 heroes that caused all of this are currently missing. Even if we amass the 7 heroes, it is not certain that we will attain victory. As the shield, I am probably the only one capable of restraining the spirit turtle. Iwadni, please protect the magical platoon as they proceed towards the heart. Queen. I had that intention from the beginning. But once the platoon has infiltrated the turtle, I'll only hold them back. My job is to decrease casualties. I'll definitely buy those people enough time to complete their mission. Naofumi. Understood. Does anyone have any objections? Queen. No one spoke up. There was no way that they could. There is a strong feeling of unity present in the room. All that's left is to snatch victory. Well then, the mission will commence after all the preparations have been carried out. Queen. The meeting is adjourned, and I leave the tent. I take a deep sigh, and Raphatalia calls out to me. Naofumi-sama, did you do something again? Raphatalia. I had purposely raised my voice so people outside could hear. But by her reaction, it does not seem that she was listening. Yep, it was the same as what happened back at Kalmyra. Naofumi. Sigh. I don't understand what you are saying, but I guess that's all right. Raphatalia. Onichan, Master said that he would protect Phiro. Silence bird. Naofumi. If Raphatalia did not hear, then it's fine as it is. Truthfully, she will probably just sigh and look at me strange. Rishia is staring at me with admiration. Why are her eyes sparkling like that? I'm inspired. It's scary, but I'll do my best. Rishia. So both Phiro and Rishia heard my speech. Why is Raphatalia the only one left out? I later found out that she had gone out to fetch water. Replenishing the water supply is also important. By the time she had returned, the camp was already astir with the trouble I had caused. Most of the things I have caused so far have been no good, so there's no helping it if she thinks I did something wrong. Now then, I'll tell you the decision reached by the meeting. Naofumi. Yes, Raphatalia. It's been decided that I will stall the spirit turtle to give the army an opportunity to infiltrate it. Raphatalia and Rishia will be helping out that squadron. Phiro, help me fight on the outside. Naofumi. Yay. Phiro. I understand, but will Naofumi-sama be alright fighting that beast without us? Raphatalia. I can't even feel the attacks of the lesser monsters, and after the army has succeeded in its infiltration, I will follow on Phiro. Naofumi. If all else fails, I can use the Shield of Wrath to hold off the monster. I haven't tried to use it yet as I was testing my Soul Eater shield. The Wrath shield will probably be able to take the Spirit Turtle's attacks. But I'm not sure if I can control my feelings. Last time, Phiro helped me get through it. I guess I'll have to count on her again. Rishia, don't be afraid. There is a possibility you might find Itsuki inside of the turtle. Naofumi. Yes. I'll try my hardest. Rishia. This girl is more energetic than usual. And fix that talking habit of yours. Naofumi. Phew, Rishia. Yeah, that. Every time you feel uncertain you let out that sound. Listening to it is annoying. Naofumi. Phew. Rishia. Hey, are you picking a fight or something? Naofumi. I'll work on it, Rishia. If she gets over it, she will mature mentally. The first thing she must change is her own heart. Raphatalia was like this at the beginning as well. It's fine if she just progresses slowly. Read The Rising of the Shield Hero Chapter 120, Stalling for Time. Illumination magic should be fired after the troops finish mounting the spirit turtle. Please hop on. Then, Iwadani-sama, Queen. Understood. Then, Operation Start. Random Soldier. Roger that. Everyone. We're going. Shield. Okay, Raphatalia. Oka Philo. I'll do my best. Rishia. Thus Philo and I faced the spirit turtle for another assault. During that time, Raphatalia, Rishia and half of the allied forces circled around the spirit turtle's back. To mount it. Together with Master, Philo. Philo let me ride on her in good humor, and ran towards the spirit turtle. Such a fearless kid. I checked the number of mana potions and medicine. And stood before the spirit turtle. Turtle. As the spirit turtle detected us, it simultaneously released a swarm of familiars. And then it used its body to trample down on us. Svite Aura. Meteor Shield. Shield. I chanted protective magic while raising my voice, and deployed Meteor Shield. The spirit turtle's foot rained down on us and caused an earthquake. As if I'm going to take that obediently. Just like that, we evasively dodged its foot before Meteor Shield could be broken. Fissures formed in the ground. In the midst of a dust cloud being raised, I used my whole body to grasp the spirit turtle's foot. Before it could lift its gigantic leg. Turtle. It seemed that the spirit turtle raised its voice in surprise at being unable to raise its leg at will. Such a sorry state. Goo, goo goo. Clench. Nevertheless, if I show even a little hint of an opening then the spirit turtle will try to raise its leg. And in terms of strength, I don't have nearly enough to prevent from being thrown out into the air. The good thing is that the neck didn't extend up to the tip of the forefoot that we were on. I'll try to make use of that. Turtle. Familiars were released in our direction. Now. A large number of magic circles were deployed in the sky, and fire came raining down incessantly. A wave of supporting magic swept down from the rear and descended upon the familiars. stitching up that interval. Ta! Philo! Philo kicked the familiars away, protecting me. How long do we have to wait? Philo. Who knows, shield. Goo goo. Clench. This is bad, if I lose even a bit of focus I won't be able to restrain the spirit turtle's foot. All the same, it's only focusing in my direction so the rear was defenseless. Master, that, Philo. I looked behind the spirit turtle, through the gap in its legs. Well, what I could see was no larger than a speck. A ladder or rope hung in order for the army and Raphtalia's party, who had circled to the rear, to climb onto the depths of the spirit turtle's shell. It appeared that there were also wyvern-riding soldiers who boarded the spirit turtle favorably and were lending a hand. All right. A crackling vibration transmitted through the spirit turtle. This is. The spirit turtle turned to use and tried to fire its special move. Philo. Shield. K. Philo. Philo hid behind my back. The spirit turtle opened its mouth and fired that intense thunder, intending to wipe out its own foot. Together with us. I immediately changed to the wrath shield. Anger ignited in the depths of my heart. Master, Philo. Philo's arms and legs were covered in black flames. Not yet. I could endure it. Because Raphthalia and Philo were lending me their strength. There was a dazzling flash, which was immediately followed by a loud roar one beat later. I held out the shield and defended with the wrath shield. There wasn't any pain like the last time. As expected from the wrath shield. I'm unharmed. As I thought that, and waited for the spirit turtle's attack, I realized a time counter had appeared in the corner of my vision. 4:37. This number that was decreasing every second. What the? When the number fell to just below 4:30, the spirit turtle's attack ceased. All right, I withstood it. And then I realized. Somehow strength wouldn't enter my body. Master. Philo. What just occurred? I checked my status. My SP became 0? What the? Why was my SP 0? It couldn't be that spirit turtle's attack also drains SP, can it? I changed to the Soul Eater shield and recovered SP by stealing it from the swarming familiars with a counterattack. I summoned Meteor Shield. The number that appeared when I changed into the Wrath Shield has disappeared. I have a bad premonition. Could it be that number was the duration that the shield couldn't control me, or otherwise Philo converted into a numerical value? It seems like something bad would happen if it reached 0. The spirit turtle regenerated its burnt foot and trampled down on us. No way! Shield! Like before, I seized the spirit turtle's foot to halt it. If I changed to Wrath Shield, the Dark Curse Burning S would activate from the neighboring attacks and Philo would be caught up in it. I can't change it until the very last moment. When I did, the spirit turtle took a breath as though to say it was waiting. No matter how much, wasn't this a bit quick? Sweat dripped down my face unpleasantly. It had an ability to drain SP. Would spit out a lightning attack with that recovered SP, and then sucked away the SP I acquired again. I could remain uninjured with the Wrath Shield but my SP would be absorbed. I'd receive a lot of damage with the Soul Eater shield but, because it invalidates the drain and steals SP, it would take time before the lightning attack could be fired. So it's like this? Tisk. Shield prison. Shield. I aimed at the spirit turtle's head and summoned a cage. However, the cage was broken as soon as it appeared. As expected, I can't encase something as large as that. Well, it looks like I can't attack with Iron Maiden. I withstood the next lightning attack by changing into the Wrath Shield. However, I lost all the SP I had as compensation. I changed back to the Soul Eater shield to counter but when I looked to the vicinity, the familiars hadn't finished assembling together. Are you alright, Master? Philo. Goo, shield. Should I get on Philo and flee? The power of that attack is no joke. If it misfired and hit the allied troops, it would have caused a serious loss. I deployed Meteor Shield with the SP I just managed to recover. Philo, it might be painful but bear with it, shield. K. Philo. I caught the lightning attack with Philo supporting me up. Q. Shield. The lightning attack pierced through me for about 30 seconds. It's a pain I've never felt when I was in my original world. This feeling was like receiving an electric shock together with the pain of my whole body being roasted. My consciousness took a leap. I chanted recovery magic concurrently with supporting magic invoked by the troops behind me. My wounds healed, but I lost physical strength and accumulated fatigue during the time I was recovering from the injury. Philo's also gonna go, Philo. I'll leave it to you, Shield. If Philo could blow away the head, that would buy us some time. Philo took the stance for her special move, established her aim and attacked. Spiral strike. Philo. Philo's assault arrived at the spirit turtle's throat and pierced through. And yet, it may be because Raphtalia wasn't there, but it didn't manage to sever the head. Before our eyes, the spirit turtle's wound repaired itself with an unpleasant tearing sound. Phew! Philo. Philo sought refuge in my barrier as she landed and dropped her shoulders in fatigue. The spirit turtle once again opened its mouth to spit a lightning attack. Wah! Did the time for the next attack shrink because of the damage? Philo, get away the next time this guy tries to stomp on us, Shield. K. Philo. I braced myself so that Philo could have time for her magic to recover. Philo's feathers bristled as she concentrated. Speaking of which, the duration of the spirit turtle's lightning attack and the time it takes for Philo to accumulate magic power is equal. The spirit turtle spat out its lightning attack and I changed to the wrath shield to resist it. And then, the spirit turtle's blackened leg regenerated again and it attempted to stomp on us. Now's the time. Shield. Oka why? Philo. Philo retreated back at a high speed and I stopped spirit turtle's trampling with the wrath shield, then started running towards its face. Dark curse burning S activated and black flames coiled around with me as the center. The spirit turtle's leg and face was thoroughly burned by the cursed flames. How's that? Shield. Dark curse burning S has an effect of diminishing recovery. It might be able to seal that miraculous regeneration power. If that's the case, then stalling for time will be easy. However, the blackened leg and part of the face regenerated as if nothing happened. Turtle. W-Watt Vitality. Master, Philo. Yeah, I know, Shield. I changed the Wrath Shield into the Soul Eater Shield to economize the time. This will turn into quite a drawn-out battle. Once again, I instructed Philo as I endured the lightning attack. Philo, please go and ask the Queen, who's monitoring the timing, for the state of progress. This is quite relentless. Make them hurry up as much as possible, Shield. If I do that, then Master will. Philo. Philo replied with a voice that seemed like it would break into tears at any moment. I'll be fine. Shield. Okay, Philo. That spirit turtle let out a mortifying cry, possibly because it couldn't steal any SP. I think I can endure until the next discharge. Philo kicked the enemy away. Hi quick! Philo. With high speed, she ran down to where the Queen was. I materialized Meteor Shield with SP taken from the familiars, and repeated the action of pinning down the spirit turtle's foot. It was difficult, because all the lightning attacks made the footing worse. There were fissures caused by the earthquakes as well as crater ruins. This is harder than I thought. The spirit turtle's familiars forcefully attacked the barrier made by Meteor Shield. If I didn't learn those strengthening methods from the other heroes, wouldn't I have died? Well, this situation is the fault of those other heroes.